Water-based Shulker Farms are great.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Who are you? What have you done with earning credits? But it's true. They offer a large number of teleportable spots and near instant shulker removal, making them the ideal method for farming shulkers. Well, almost ideal. You see, portals have a few downsides that can make them annoying to work with. Working around these problems can be done, but frequently this involves adding additional complex components to designs, which not only add to the overall build effort, but means more things to go wrong. And that's the last thing you want when you're working with shulkers. Today I'm going to show you a neat trick using boats that can help sidestep these issues, and how this can be used to make a super simple restocking method for portal-based shulker farms. Most of the headaches from portal-based farms comes from the fact that, since all shulkers get sent through the portal to the Nether, to restock the farm we need to retrieve a shulker from the Nether and send it back to the overworld. This is complicated by two factors: portal linking and portal cooldowns. Now, we can work around these issues easy enough, but this does make the farms a lot more complicated than they could be. What if, instead of sending all shulkers to the Nether, we instead keep a small portion of shulkers in the overworld as backups? Now this is easier said than done, as how on earth do you pull shulkers from the farm while it's running? In particular, we need some method of removing the shulkers from the range of the breeding shulker as quickly as possible, but which doesn't interfere with the farm's usual operation. If you've been following my channel, you may be thinking of scaffolding. And yes, scaffolding is one way we can do this. The idea here is that we could dedicate part of the teleportable region to a specific scaffolding layout which shulkers can see as teleportable initially, but will teleport away once they get there. Unfortunately, the problem with this approach is that when the shulkers teleport away from the scaffolding, they are still in range of a large number of spaces within the original region, meaning there's a good chance they will just teleport back into the farm. To avoid this, we would need a very large number of teleportable blocks outside the farm, which is hardly an ideal solution. What we need is something that will pick up shulkers from within the farm and deposit them in specific locations outside the farm. To do this, we need to look at the three different methods of reliably moving shulkers to specific locations: pistons, minecarts, and boats. Boats? Yes, boats. You probably already know that mobs will get picked up by boats if they stand close enough, and this includes shulkers. However, something which is a little less well known is that boats that are considered underwater, sometimes known as drowned boats, eject their occupants. Interestingly, if the centre of a boat is underwater, then it is no longer able to pick up occupants, but if only part of the boat is underwater, then it is still able to pick up mobs. This means we can set up boats to pick up mobs and instantly eject them into a new location. This is an extremely useful piece of tech, which we're only just beginning to realise the usefulness of. For example, Methods uses this to great effect in its portal-based creeper farm. But how can we use this in shulker farms? By placing boats on the edge of the teleportable region, we can pick up any shulkers that teleport to the spots next to them. By waterlogging the boats, we can then eject the shulkers to a spot outside the farm, from where we can easily collect them with minecarts. We just need to be careful we don't eject the shulkers back into the farm, as shulker ejection from boats is actually directional. The easiest way to do this is to just ensure the potential ejection spots are all blocked off, in which case the boat will just eject the shulker to the block directly above it. Scaffolding and trapdoors are both useful here, as they can both be waterlogged, don't interfere with the boat's collision box, and can also support rails on top, allowing for easy collection. By placing a row of boat collectors along one edge, we can collect enough shulkers to keep a constant supply of shulkers in the overworld. Combining this with a simple portal-based breeding cell, we can create a super simple portal shulker farm with restocking. The important bits of this farm are all on the overworld side, with only the grinder and item storage in the Nether. This means that the exit portal can be placed anywhere in range of the main farm, and there is no additional portal needed to link back to the overworld or any other mechanisms in the Nether. Now, this farm here is just a proof of concept, so I'll leave a Litematic of the farm in the description for anyone who is interested in playing with things a bit more. However, I'll be showing off how we use this technique in another project, which hopefully will be revealed in the near future. If you're interested in learning a bit more about how you can use boats to enhance your farm designs, Emdy has done a couple of videos showing off some neat tricks you can do with boats, which you can find some links for down in the description. That's all from me for this video, so until next time, bye bye.